everyone, hope you are good and be happy always. Once again, welcome to Shaji's Academy, and now we'll discuss second part of our 6th chapter, that is rural development for NCERT CBSE class 12. But before watching this video, please watch the previous video, that is part 1. Then we have microcredit programs and self-help groups. What are self-help groups? They are meant for people to get self-employed. How? Microcredit means giving small loans to become self-employed by starting small enterprises. By taking loans, you can start your own business. Then basically in underdeveloped countries who are not covered by any banking system, they work on informal credit delivery system and involve minimum legal formalities. If you don't have all the legal paperwork, then also you can get loans from these microfinancing schemes and organizations, and you can start your own business and you can have a good livelihood. Then self-help groups, SHGs, they promote thrift or savings among households. What is thrift? Saving. You are not spending all your amount which you are earning and saving some amount and keeping it in bank or some safe place for urgencies of your life. That is thrift or savings. And they promote, SHGs, what do they promote? They promote savings among rural households and mobilize to offer credit to group members. So if we have a group of 50 women, we will save our money, we will keep that with our SHG or self-help group, and when we require that money, we can withdraw money from there. Offer credit without any security at moderate rates of interest. See, what's the difference between SHG and your bank? When you go to bank, you have to give some security to the bank. Maybe the papers of your house, maybe the papers of your land. But if I don't have either of them, what will I do? I can become a member of SHG and I can take amount without any much legal formalities or security. Rural banking, a critical evaluation. It has expanded over time with nationalization of major commercial banks. In 1969, many banks in India were nationalized to provide rural credit and to function for the development of your nation. Then it led to provision of institutional credit expansion. Previously, non-institutional credits like landlords and moneylenders were very famous in rural areas and they were charging very high rates. But now, institutional credit of banks, RRBs and rural development banks are there, and now people can take loan from them and fulfill their necessities of life. Then establishment of NABARD led better organization of rural credit. It is also very important. Then institutional credit has led to commercialization of agriculture. Now people can take loans, farmers can take loans and they can invest in their farms and go for commercial agriculture also. They can grow cash crops, they can buy tractors, they can buy trucks and transport their agriculture produce to big markets and fetch good income for themselves. Then problem areas of institutional credit are: institutional credit needs collateral or security for taking loans, which leave large section of farmers. So all the farmers do not have land, all the farmers may not have a house or any collateral or security to offer to banks to get loans. So there is a problem some case for farmers to get loans from banks. Then due to laxity in recovery of loans, default rates has rose over time. What is laxity in recovery? That means if I am a farmer, I have taken loan from bank, but I have not repaid that loan to the bank. Okay, then what will happen? There will be loss for the bank, and that is creating fraud cases over time, and that is increasing the burden on the banking system of your nation. That they have not promoted thrift. Banks, institutional banks do not promote thrift or savings, just like your microfinancing or SHGs or self-help groups are doing. So this is a drawback with banks. They do not promote savings, they just give you loans. Then after 1991, social banking in rural areas has taken a back seat, has led to huge debts and suicide of farmers, especially in Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra. Social banking has taken a back seat. Banking sector is not taking care of rural areas, and that's why many farmers in Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh and elsewhere in India are committing suicides. To improve this, in recent years, all adults are encouraged to open bank accounts. Nowadays, during Modi government, financial inclusion is there and all the people are encouraged to open bank accounts. What is agricultural marketing? It includes all processes from harvesting to sale of farm produce or marketing in rural areas. When you sow seeds in your fields and you grow crop, thereafter you cut them or harvest them and sell in market. The whole process of sowing seeds, that is farming, to sale of your agricultural produce of farm is called agricultural marketing. Gathering the produce after harvesting, processing the produce that is link separating the from the grains. What is processing? That is separating your husk from your grains or the stem from the grains, then grading the produce according to its quality, packaging the produce according to buyers' preferences, storing the produce for future sale, and selling the produce when the price is lucrative or high in the market. All comes in your agricultural market. That is processing, packaging, grading, selling, storing, everything comes in your agricultural marketing. Then measures initiated by the government to improve marketing system. That is, we have regulated markets now in India. What do they do? There is marketing committee to regulate purchase and sale of agricultural produce. Previously, farmers used to sell wherever they got the buyers, but now we have organized markets, we have regulated markets. There is a marketing committee that gives you exact price, at what price you should sell your commodity, so that you may not incur losses if you are a farmer. Then provision of physical infrastructure. It includes processing, storage and transportation facilities for farmers. Then we have cooperative agriculture marketing societies. What do they do? The farmers have membership in them and gain better bargaining power. What is bargaining power? That means you have more power. If I don't want to sell my produce of farm at lower price, I will not sell. Okay, at lower price. Why? Because all the farmers are united in your cooperative agriculture societies and they can ask for better price, higher price. Okay, suppose we are 10 farmers and we have a huge produce of wheat. Then any company like Rajdhani Atta or Patanjali Atta asks for our produce. We have a good amount of grain and we have good quality of food grain, that is wheat. Then we can sell them at higher price and we can get good price of our produce. Then we have policy instruments, minimum support price, MSP. What is that? In case of any price reduction or in case of surplus production in your economy, what happens? Prices of produce or food grains falls. In that case, government provides you minimum support price. Okay, it provides assurance to the farmers that their produce would be purchased by the government at the specified price, which assures them of some minimum income in times of surplus harvest and price declines. When surplus harvest is there in economy, when there is surplus production of food grains, what happens? Prices fall. You have more supply, then prices fall automatically. In that case, government provides you some money so that you may not incur huge losses or complete loss. Maintenance of buffer stock by Food Corporation of India, FCI of India, maintains huge storage of food grains in case of crop failures there in economy, and people do not starve or we do not have to import food grains from other nations. So they keep storage of good amount of food grains in India. Then alternative marketing channels, array of hope. Here it's a heading of your book. These offer advance payments to the farmers to supply farm produce and reduce price risk for farmers. Now there are agencies in India which offer you advance price. If you are a farmer, you will get some advance for your produce and then you can supply and get full amount of your price of produce. Then the states of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan have Apni Mandi or Big Bazaar. In those mandis and bazaars, they get advance payment for the produce and they can go there and fetch good prices for themselves. The state of Maharashtra, in Pune we have Hadaspar Mandi. In the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana we have Raithu Bazaars. The state of Tamil Nadu has Uzwahar Sandis. So these all are markets. They are new generation markets for farmers. They are helping markets to have better bargaining power and get a better price for their produce of farms. The shortcomings of agricultural marketing in India, lack of transportation facilities. Still, whatever development has been done, it's so far so good. But in India, still there are rural areas which do not have adequate amount of marketing facilities and transportation facilities are lacking over there. Then forced sales are there. If they do not have transportation facilities, where the farmers would sell their produce, they will sell to the customers whosoever comes in contact, and it is a type of forced sales. Okay, people go to farmers in villages and they ask any type of price and farmers have to sell at very low price. Okay, the numerous market changes have been done. Lack of credit facilities are there. lack of storage facilities are there in rural areas, presence of middlemen is there. Still, there are many middlemen which eat the cream. Okay, they will ask the farmers to sell their produce at lower price, but they themselves will sell that produce of farms at higher price to someone else. So that middleman is eating away all the profit of farmers, and he is the real reaper of profits or the gainer in that whole bargain or wholesale process. The lack of standard weights and measures. Still in rural areas, people use stones and bricks as weight. These are called raw weight system. So exact weights and standard weights are not used, and that also leads to decline in earning of farmers and losses for them. Inadequate market information. People living in rural areas do not have information about the marketing facilities, about storage facilities, processing facilities that are existing in cities, and that's why they have to sell their produce at lower price. They do not have any information about the real price or exact price in the markets. To develop rural areas, agricultural diversification should be practiced, and for that, production of diverse variety of crops rather than specified crop to reduce market risk due to price fluctuations and failure of monsoon should be cultivated. Why? Because if you produce, all the farmers produce a single type of crop, then what will happen? There will be surplus production. That happened like in India before 2-3 months. Tomatoes were really produced in bulk, they were in surplus production, and that's why their prices declined. And afterwards, farmers got irritated and they destroyed whatever production was done, and now tomatoes have become expensive. So this is a condition that may happen due to your overproduction of same type of crop. And if all the farmers in India grow wheat, who will grow rice? And very few farmers will grow rice, and in that case, rice will become really very expensive, and wheat will become cheap and cheaper day by day. So what will happen? Producers who will produce, or farmers who will produce wheat will have losses. So to avoid this condition, all the crops should be grown in different quantities, and requisite amount of quantity should be grown. Diversification of production activity, that is employment. This includes shift from crop farming to other production as suited by environment and soil type, increase income and employment. So apart from agriculture, farmers in rural areas should practice other professions also, and other venues of employment should be looked after. Emerging challenges of rural development. Diversification of crop production, diversification of production activity and employment, and organic farming. They are the emerging challenges. Let's discuss them. Here we have animal husbandry or livestock farming. What is that? It includes poultry, cattle and goat, sheep rearing. That means you grow chicken, you take care of cattle, you grow cattle and goats and sheep, etc. in this. It is an important source of employment for people in India. That due to Operation Flood, production of milk has increased. In addition, production of meat, eggs, wool and other production has also increased. So this is diversification of your employment in rural areas. Then problems. Low productivity due to lower rate of know-how. In animal husbandry, what is the main problem? There is low productivity due to low rate of know-how. People do not know what type of animals they should rear, what type of animals they should have in India, and who will fetch them good income. What type of sheep or goats they should rear, they do not have that knowledge, and what is the proper process of taking care of these animals and cattle, etc. they do not know, and that's why they incur losses. The deficient veterinary care hospitals are not there for animals, and other facilities are not there for animal husbandry in India. Then diversification here for fisheries and aquaculture. West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu have large scale fisheries in India. Fishing is done on inland sources in rivers. The rivers, lakes, ponds and streams. We have inland, that means those are present in different states. It is not marine or sea source. They are away from sea. In rivers you grow fish, in lakes, ponds and streams, etc. In marine source, that means sea areas or marine areas, we have seas and oceans are important sources of growing fishes in India. Then however, fishing community is one of the most backward communities of India due to low literacy, low finance, low technical know-how, overfishing and pollution of water bodies. So these are all the problems which fishing people or fishing community in India faces. They have low technical know-how, no money, no know-how, no better living standard, and they are in a very lurchy situation. Suggestions to reduce widespread indebtedness of these fishing people. Credit to break vicious cycle of indebtedness. That means if they are having debt from banks, that should government should do something to provide them loans and improve their living standard and know-how, so that they can do fishing on commercial lines and improve their profit margins. Then microfinancing through SHGs for marginal fishing families. Self-help groups should be promoted in these areas so that they can provide loan to them, finance to them, and promote mobilization of funds and savings, etc. Then upgradation of fishing technology. Technology of fishing should be improved, and it should be provided to fishing people so that they can make optimum use of that and increase their production and employment and profit. Then we have horticulture. It is a branch of plant agriculture where you grow vegetables, fruits, and other ornamental plants. That means decorative plants. We have, it is the branch of plant agriculture that deals with garden crops, generally fruits, vegetables, and ornamental plants or flowers and creepers and other show plants which you keep in your homes, just like aloe vera plants, there's a snake plants, or other many creepers, roses, tulsi, anything. Okay, it is emerged as important means of sustainable living in rural areas by increasing income level of farmers. Your fruits are grown in horticultural farms, your vegetables are grown there, tomatoes, other ornamental plants, everything is grown there. Drawback of horticulture in India. The bulk of land under pulses cultivation has been taken up for horticulture, which has reduced pulses cultivation and increased price of pulses. You know pulses, all the dals in India, that's like urad dal, arad dal, moong dal, tuvar dal, everything. The area which was under this dal cultivation, the pulses cultivation, has been taken away for this horticulture, and that is a drawback, major drawback. Why? Because now farmers are not growing pulses and they are growing these horticultural products. So what is happening? Pulses are growing in lesser amount, and that is why people are not getting pulses at lower price, and price of pulses are skyrocketing, and poor people do not get to eat these pulses or consume them, and that's why they are fighting the deficiency of protein in their diets. Tanva. Tanva, Tamil Nadu Women in Agriculture. It is a project launched in Tamil Nadu to train women in diverse techniques of production to increase women employment. To increase the employment of women, people in Tamil Nadu are being trained in farming techniques. That it functions like self-help groups and promote cottage and household production activity by using their own pool of funds. So here we have a self-help group. Tanva is a type of self-help group which takes funds from these women, collects it, and then it provides to its members for opening some cottage industry or small scale industry so that women can develop and get employment and produce and sell in the market. Then we have Golden Revolution and Green Revolution. What is the difference? Golden Revolution, it refers to services of research, development and technology transfer initiatives that increase production of horticultural crops like plant, vegetables, fruits, etc. Then vegetables, fruits and honey, etc. grew in large amounts. High crop productivity led to golden revolution in horticultural farming during the years 1991 to 2012. So this is your golden revolution of horticulture, honey, fruits, vegetables, etc. Now, green revolution, what is that? It refers to a revolutionary rise in crop production owing to HYV, that is high yielding variety of seeds, which we studied earlier also, that is HYV technology, and chemical inputs of farming, that is fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides. When we used all these farming inputs in our farms, we increased our crop production or food grain production manifold, and that was known as green revolution because green refers to your food grains, etc. Then we have information technology, IT as an option of livelihoods in rural areas. Digital revolution is spreading everywhere in rural areas also, and internet in India is growing like crazy. So IT is also offering some of the solutions to rural areas. People out there can find employment in this IT as well. So what is happening? IT revolution is promoting Indian economy as a knowledge economy. More and more people are hired by other nations in business process outsourcing, knowledge process outsourcing from India. So IT is developing like anything in India. It highlights the significance of human capital as important determinant of growth. So here in India, we have demographic dividend, and India is having large number of people who are in the working age group, the largest in the whole world, you can say. So India is the youngest nation of the world, and people of it can be used in different employments, and IT is also a very good option for them, and that's why human capital is regarded as a major determinant of growth in India. Its knowledge economy will spread in rural areas, increase livelihood options in rural areas as well. It is used to predict prices, weather and soil conditions in rural areas. See, nowadays we have many apps which are on internet which can predict the type of weather you are having, whether you will it will rain tomorrow, it will be a sunny day or cloudy day tomorrow, whatever soil is there in particular field or farm, it all can be determined with the help of internet, and that is spreading in rural areas. The Jamshedji Tata National Virtual Academy for Rural Prosperity is imparting operational training for nearly 10 lakh rural people through info kiosks which have computers, scanners, printers and photocopiers. That means it's a one-spot solution for all these type of facilities like computer operations, scanners, printers and photocopiers, etc. And that will help these people in rural areas to generate income for themselves by providing these facilities to people living out there. Then kiosk help in emailing, video conferencing and transfer of documents to different places, and for that the people who have these kiosks charge money from people who want to use them and earn livelihood for them. The owner of these kiosks can sell these services and earn living. Organic farming. Organic farming is an agricultural process that uses biological fertilizers and pest control methods and means derived from animal and plant waste. Simple. When you have compost manure, just like you throw all the leaves, cow dung and all the waste that is for peelings of fruits and vegetables, etc., and make compost of that by keeping earthworms in that or by any other way, you decompose that whole material and it becomes fertilizer. And when you use this type of fertilizer, that is organic fertilizer, and when you cultivate your farm with the help of this organic fertilizers, it is known as organic farming. Simple. This is becoming really famous among people. We all demand organic produce now, and now more and more cultivation is using your organic fertilizers and pesticides of organic origin. In this type of farming, animal manures and compost are basic inputs, and it does not use chemical inputs like fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides manufactured in your factories, but which is manufactured in your farms or in agricultural lands in your rural areas. It is done to manage ecological balance and lead sustainable development. Now, organic producers are used. Organic fertilizer is being used, organic pesticides is being used, and no factory-made chemical fertilizer is used in your organic farming. So it is all organic, it is all plant and manure-based fertilizer and insecticide pesticides. Why organic farming? Discards the use of non-renewable resources, then environment friendly, then sustains soil fertility, healthier and tastier food, inexpensive technology for the small and marginal farmers. So organic farmers has all these benefits. It's environment friendly, the food grown by it is healthier and tastier, and it provides for farmers, it provides help to the farmers because they don't have money, they don't have enough credit to buy chemical fertilizers from market, and now when they use organic fertilizers, it is of their own because they have animals. They can use their cow dung and buffalo dung for making that compost, and they can use their own homegrown fertilizers or field grown fertilizers for their farming. So it is very good for them. So this is all about your chapter 6. Part 2 has been completed and part 1 also has been uploaded previously. So now what you have to do, you need to just look for all these notes, understand them, and these notes can exactly be used for exams also. All these notes are sufficient. You can add 1 or 2 lines in your detailed answers, and that is enough and sufficient for you. So thank you so much. Take care. God bless you. Study hard and progress well for the progress of yourself and your nation as well. Thank you so much.